Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Winning Streak. I am your host, Bryson.
And I'm Zeke.
And I'm Parker.
We have a new host on the podcast with us for this episode, and hopefully from now on. We are on episode 26. I don't know if I said that already, but getting straight into it, we have 4 hot takes, 1 from me, 3 from Parker. My hot take is that Tyreek Hill, if not already, will easily be a top 3 to 5 receiver all time. And I think he is already.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'd agree.
I think that's totally fair.
Yeah, especially if he gets the 2,000 yards this season, I definitely agree.
I'm super skeptical if he will. I think he will, but I feel like something could happen. I don't know what.
Honestly, I mean, his
feeling.
Current pace, he's
He's
going
ahead
well
of
over.
pace, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, I just have a weird feeling for him. Not that I don't want him to get it, but
Yeah,
just how it goes.
I think he'll end up getting it. There's
Yeah.
a lot of time left in the season.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Do you guys think he's currently one or no? Of the top 3 to
No.
5?
I'd say probably at 6 right now. I think it just depends on your personal
I think
list.
he needs to get another ring before I could really put him. Well, I mean, to be fair, 2 guys in my top 3 don't
I'm
have
gonna
rings.
say a lot of receivers
so.
that are the best all time don't have rings,
Yeah,
including Larry.
I mean, he's really young right now. He's not even really.
Yeah, that is true.
You gotta put that into account. He has a lot of time
Yeah.
left. Which I mean, he's a receiver, so the fast receiver too. So that's a really big part of his game. He could get cut short just by aging.
I don't think
But-
I think he'd be cut short from how good he is, but he'd still be in the league and do decent. He'll get mid after he
Yeah.
loses some speed. And then you want to go through your 3?
Yeah, my first take, NBA take, in regards to the Timberwolves, I said that Ant is taking that next step forward, and the Wolves will potentially be in contention. He's been averaging 26 points per game with 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.3 steals on 46% field goal and 38 from 3. Wolves are currently 15-4, and Gobert's looking like that 3-time Defensive Player of the Year again.
Yeah.
I think that Ant is leading the charge, but I think it's not because of him. I think the whole team has been just unreal this season, honestly. Everyone's playing like
they
that.
definitely took a step up. Well, I wouldn't say exactly step up because I mean I'd say Karl Anthony Towns regressed since where
I
he
wouldn't
was
say
at
that.
a few years ago.
Or since
Karl
a few
Anthony
years ago,
Towns was
100%. Last year, though.
I think he's taken a step up from last year, but
Yeah.
overall,
Yeah.
from like his
He'll
like,
never
I
reach
think
his
chemistry has
Yeah.
really been built
His
with the
peak
team
was
too.
great. I'll give him
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Like
His
Cat
peak was top
overrated
3
himself,
in the league,
but he's
so I
still
mean, like,
great. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
for sure.
so yeah, we both agree, I think.
All right, my second take, I said that the Dallas Cowboys should be regarded as a Super Bowl contender. Their defense has looked stellar, while Dak is playing some of the best football of his career.
I think it's not a question that we're a contender anymore. I think hot take would be that we're going to win it because it's any team you say is going to win it is a hot take, honestly. Like, if you told me Eagles are going to win, I'd say it's a hot take. Like, maybe not Niners.
That's
but-
fair.
Yeah, because I mean, to me, like to be considered like a real contender in my book, like I have to think like you're a lock for the championship game. So I
Yeah.
mean, like, and I'm
there
still
isn't a team like that.
on that ground with the Cowboys because I feel like right now the Niners are the only team in my mind that
That's
are
a
a real lock.
Yeah.
So I mean, they've done it over the past two seasons with worse teams. So,
Unless
I mean, like,
somehow they face up against the Eagles in the playoffs.
yeah,
and lose.
there's a part of that, but I mean, they
And the
just
Cowboys.
got done cooking the Eagles.
Yeah,
so
they
I'm
did
not
cook
that worried
the
about
Eagles.
it.
I say if Cowboys win this week and then everyone else can win out, we get home field advantage. I think if we get home field advantage, we win the Super Bowl this year. Because I think if we get home field advantage in the NFC playoffs, we make it all the way because no one will beat us at home, and then no AFC team can beat us, in my opinion.
That's
Again.
fair. I can't argue with that.
Again, let me
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I agree.
All right. And my final take, moving back to basketball, I said, talking about the Golden State Warriors, Klay Thompson should be put on the bench. Klay should come off the bench, and they should start CP3. And when they're starting CP3, they should be moving Curry to shooting guard and Chris Paul to primary point guard. Steph has been considered an untraditional point guard his entire career, while CP3 is a traditional ball handler. And this season, Klay's been averaging some of the worst numbers of his career, 16, 4, and 2 on 40% field goal, while CP3 is averaging 9, 3.5, and 7 assists with, again, 40% field goal. Klay also has a plus-minus of minus 23, which is the worst of his career since his rookie year, while CP3 sits at a plus-minus of positive 2.8. I don't really think it's a question here. I think
Yeah.
I think the
I
only
agree
reason
mainly because Chris Paul's the
I wouldn't even say that's
only
a hot take. I say
traditional-
that's a statement.
He's the
To be
only
honest.
traditional point guard left in the league, realistically. I would
Yeah,
say.
I'd agree
And
with that.
If you pair him with the best,
I mean, he's from a
the
whole
best
different
shooting
era,
guard,
I guess.
point guard of all time,
Yeah.
then it's gonna work out any day.
Yeah, I think the only reason he's not starting right now is because of the loyalty built in within their management to Clay
that's
because of their
definitely part
rings.
of it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I think
he has
it's
4
for
rings.
sure though.
Yeah, it's 4 rings.
And then
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
would you
100%.
rather is our next
Okay,
topic.
I'll go ahead and start with would you rather's. So I'll start with you. My would you rather is Trevor Lawrence. So would you rather have Trevor Lawrence or Baker Mayfield?
Baker.
And this is healthy Trevor Lawrence,
Yeah.
by the way.
Baker.
Trevor Lawrence or Sam Howell?
Sam Howell.
Trevor Lawrence or Kyler Murray?
Kyler.
Trevor Lawrence or Jared Goff?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence or Tua?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence or CJ Stroud?
CJ Stroud.
Trevor Lawrence or Brock Purdy?
It's the same one as yesterday. Brock.
Okay. Trevor Lawrence or Justin Herbert?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence or Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow. I don't know. The Brock one is hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. That's gonna be the
If
one
we're
that
talking
starts
like
the arguments.
pure skill,
I
like
feel
who can throw a better ball, it's Trevor Lawrence. By the way.
Yeah.
think so. Like we
I
were
just
talking about
think-
this in the group chat big time. Brock
Yeah.
Purdy just gets hit. Like he's good. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not
He's-
saying
yeah.
that whatsoever. His
He's just-
pocket presence
yeah.
is ridiculous. I was watching him the past like 3 weeks, and the way he moves around is crazy. But he's just
He's not
he's
a
not the one scoring
yeah.
touchdowns.
He's
Yeah.
not the MVP candidate he's made out to be. He's really
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I agree. So
He's a
and then-
product of his team, but he's still good.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. Then you
Okay.
want to go ahead and do yours for
Okay.
Parker.
So your would you rather is Trevor Lawrence or Baker Mayfield?
I'll take Baker.
Trevor Lawrence or Sam Howell?
Sam Howell.
Trevor Lawrence or Jared Goff?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence or Tua?
Tua.
Trevor Lawrence or CJ Stroud?
CJ Stroud.
Trevor Lawrence or Brock Purdy?
I'll take T-Law.
Trevor Lawrence or Justin Herbert?
I'll take Herbert.
Trevor Lawrence or Joe Burrow?
I'll take Joe Burrow.
I can't do Herbert.
You're really not big on Herbert? I think
He's done nothing. When has he done anything in his career? Name me one thing he's done. Nothing.
he almost beat the Jaguars.
He
last
has
year.
one of the best setups
He
in
almost
the
beat
league.
T-Law.
He has the best setup in the league by far.
He's the worst
The
coaching
only
staff.
thing-
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay,
say.
other
I
than
think.
coach. Okay, other
I
than
think
coach.
if you give him a solid coaching staff, the Chargers are an
He
entirely
has a
different team.
D3 coach right now, by the
Well,
way.
yeah, but that's like a lot of teams though have bad
Yeah.
coaching and succeed, and like,
Not bad head coaching,
not-
offensive coordinator, and
and
defensive
I'm not
coordinator.
Yeah.
saying like, I don't know. I feel
That's
like
another thing.
even with bad
That I wanna
coaching, if
say.
you have Keenan Allen, usually Mike Williams, first round pick receiver who might suck or it just might be the team setup, and Eckler and that defense, and Gerald Everett, who's not even a bad tight end, you should succeed more than he is.
Okay. So, speaking of coaching with the Chargers, I just wanted to say this. I saw this report that the Panthers are going to go after Kellen Moore. And I just want to go ahead and say, as a Boise State fan, Kellen Moore is not a good offensive coordinator, and I don't know where this falsehood came from.
At this point.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't a good offensive coordinator with the Cowboys.
No.
And then people were talking about he should be the head coach of the Cowboys until that horrible last play.
I
in the-
remember that,
in the
dude.
divisional.
I was scared that was going to happen, honestly. I didn't want it to.
And he ended up going to the Chargers in the same role. And I'm surprised they didn't fire their coach already and just make him the head coach.
It's kind of ridiculous.
But because Kellen Moore's a better coach than their current coach.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Their current coach is a
I
literal
agree,
D3
actually.
coach.
That's fair. You want to go next or me?
All you.
All right. Zeke, your would you rather is a healthy Joe Burrow. So Joe
Okay.
Burrow or Josh Allen?
I'm going to go with Josh Allen,
Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes?
Patrick Mahomes,
Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson?
Joe Burrow,
Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts?
Joe Burrow,
Joe Burrow or Dak Prescott?
Joe Burrow,
Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert?
Joe Burrow,
Joe Burrow or T-Law?
Joe Burrow,
Joe or Tua?
Joe,
Joe or Brock Purdy?
Joe.
And then prime Joe Burrow versus prime CJ Stroud.
Well, we haven't seen his prime.
we're talking. This is a prime, one of his primes so far. He's gonna be the next Tom Brady.
Okay, I don't know about that one. I'm going Joe Burrow.
Okay, and then Parker, your would you rather is a healthy Joe Burrow. Would you rather Joe Burrow or Josh Allen?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow or Mahomes?
I'll take Mahomes.
Burrow or Lamar?
I'll take Burrow.
Burrow or Jalen Hurts?
Burrow.
Burrow or Dak?
Burrow.
Burrow or Herbert?
Burrow.
Burrow or T-Law?
Burrow.
Tua?
Burrow.
Brock?
Burrow.
CJ Stroud?
Burrow.
I don't think I can get behind Lamar or maybe Jalen.
Jalen was really close to me, and I think I
I
may
just
go
can't.
Jalen.
I was close with Lamar. I was debating that one. But
Lamar, it's
I feel
'cause-
like if Lamar had those, dude. If Lamar, I was actually thinking. I think I said this to you guys yesterday. I don't remember, or no, it was Caden. I said if the Bengals
he's on
suck
Lamar
again next
right,
year,
so.
and like Jamar Chase,
Mhm.
it wants out like he probably would if they sucked. He could go to the Ravens, and Lamar and him would be a crazy duo.
mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
disgusting
definitely a
duo.
doorway for that.
So that's mine. You want to get into yours?
Yeah, I did NBA Would You Rather, and I'm going to be listing this time 3 players. I'm going to be listing their stats, and then you're going to have to guess which players, and after that, you're going to say who you want. So I'm going to mix up the order from yesterday. So my first player, you're looking at 27, 4, and 12 on 52% field goal.
Halliburton. Okay.
Okay.
I know my NBA stats. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any NBA. I know everyone's stats this season.
My second player, putting up 29, 6, and 8.5 on 47%.
That's
Go
Booker,
ahead.
right?
I'll
one's
let you
Booker.
have that one.
And my last player, 36 and 6 on 54% field goal.
That's
Shea
Gilchrist.
Or Shea. Oops, I almost said.
Yep. Who you taking
I'm taking of those 3.
of those
Dang,
3?
Halliburton.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Halliburton right now. He's
I'd
on
honestly
the.
take Halliburton. I don't want to say over Book because Book's like build is better and his
Okay, this
position
might
play
sound
is
really
better,
bad,
but
but Book is the worst of the 3 current. I think especially if you attribute like
Yeah.
contracts and stuff like that.
yeah,
That's fair.
That's weird. I don't know. Halliburton's got a
Halliburton
huge
is-
contract, but he
Well,
is
it's not
balling
as
out.
yeah.
So
He's broken out.
Well,
It's
I
so
think
fair.
Halliburton's on like a 5-year 150, which isn't that crazy. Book's on like a 4-year, but he's making like 60 a year.
Yeah.
So
which
I
is
don't even
pretty
know
crazy.
what Book's at. I think he's actually on a 3-year 180 or something like that, which is gross.
That is pretty gross.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll
I'll take Halliburton for sure.
Yeah.
And if we're doing a start bench cut, start Halliburton, bench Shea, cut Booker right now.
I would say start Shea. To be
Start
honest.
Shea, really?
Yeah. I
Halliburton's
would say
assists is what gets me.
Yeah,
he's
he has
averaging,
assists,
He's averaging
but
barely less points with way more assists.
yeah,
So
but
He's
also on a
leading the
worse
league
team,
in assists
keep in
right
mind.
now.
A lot worse team. So
Yeah.
he's really the main like.
I feel like he'd still be.
He
scoring
reminds me a
on
lot
team.
like minus the assists like Shea last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
With the
that's
scoring
fair.
on a bad team.
And then our next topic, we're about to look up new Madden overalls really quick.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we did this yesterday and the echo was too bad to record, so we know each other now. So I got mine up. If you
I'll
want me to
just
read
let,
it while
I'll
you
just
guys
let
go
you guys
first.
do these,
Okay.
and I'll guess.
That's fair. Let me get the filters going very quickly
The filter? What?
to get the positions.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
On the Madden team, I need to filter to get the specific
Oh,
positions
yeah.
that I want. Okay. I am ready to go.
If you're ready to go ahead and go.
I'm applying them. Okay, so my running back is going to be out of order because it didn't do it. My running back is an 88 overall.
All right.
My wide receiver 1 is a 78. Wide receiver 2 is a 77. My QB is a 75. And I can't even find my tight end. He's a 72.
What was the quarterback overall again?
78, I think. Or
78.
75. One of those two.
78. So it's a bad team.
I don't know if I would say so.
No?
Mm-mm. Pick, and you'll see.
That one's a bit tough.
It is tough, especially. I don't want to say it. It'll be a dead giveaway if I say something. I'll say it after.
Is it the Texans?
I was gonna say the Texans, but I'm gonna go out on a whim and say the Commanders.
It's the Packers.
Oh.
Who just beat the Chiefs. A team of 70 overalls just beat the Chiefs.
That's interesting.
I wanted to
For
point
sure.
that part out. They beat 290 overalls. Madden is totally realistic into real
super
life.
real.
We should base our podcast off Madden ratings.
Okay, so I'll get into mine. So the quarterback is a 72 overall. The running back is a 77.
Panthers. Off of 2 positions.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I was gonna say it after the quarterback, and I was like, let me wait, because I feel like Sam Howell was probably rated really low. I wonder what he's rated, or what he was rated.
Probably like a 73 or something.
Probably lower. He was a 5th round pick. He's probably like a 60 something.
He was a 5th round pick.
It's probably like 70 flat.
He's pretty insane.
Find out.
He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league right now, by far.
He's underrated for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%. Like, disgustingly overrated. Underrated.
Sam Howell, crazy overrated.
And then, do you have it, or should I start the recaps really quick? Getting into me and Zeke's recaps of last week since Parker was not with us.
Right now.
Damn. Still too low. Seahawks versus Cowboys. Crazy game. Super high scoring. Cowboys barely won. Should have been higher score for us, but we both had the Cowboys. Titans, Colts. Zeke had the Colts winning. I had the Titans, and the Colts won in overtime. Gardner Minshew balled out that game, by the way. And Derrick Henry. Chargers, Patriots. 6-0 score. Ending the game.
They still covered.
Did they?
Just want to say they covered money line.
Jesus.
Or the spread.
I picked the Patriots, who have scored 13 points in the last 3 weeks now, and now Zeke picked the Chargers, and they won. Lions versus Saints. Lions won. Saints almost came back.
Yeah,
but
that was
good game.
gross.
Falcons, Jets. Falcons won. Yeah, he sucks. Jets lost to the Falcons. I had Jets. He had Falcons. Cardinals versus Steelers. Cardinals are very dumb. They decided to win, and I had them winning. Zeke had the Steelers winning. The next 4 we both got correct. Dolphins beat the Commanders by 30. Texans beat the Broncos by within a touchdown, I think. Bucks smacked the Panthers, and the Rams beat the Browns. For 49ers versus Eagles, I had the 49ers, and Zeke had the Eagles. The 49ers ended up whooping the Eagles, actually. I was about to say it was a good game. It was not.
Who did I choose in that game?
You had the Eagles.
And then you have the Niners?
Yeah.
I picked that just because.
I know, probably. You picked first, actually, so. No, you did.
I think you made that up.
I don't think so. Last 2 we both got wrong, just like most of America. The Packers beat the Chiefs, and the insanely, weirdly good quarterback on the Bengals beat the Jaguars.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
Along with Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon played a really big role in that game. He had like 2 or 3 touchdowns. Just 2.
2.
So, really good on his end.
No idea.
And then, that was only 2 minutes, that whole review.
Yeah.
I can post it on
Did it
Instagram.
quick.
Getting into our sleeper and bust reviews. I had for sleepers the entire Bucks team. Baker Mayfield got 9.8, so he played bad. Mike Evans somehow got 29.2 with Baker Mayfield only getting 9. And Rashad White got 19.6, so I hit on all, or 2 out of 3 of those. I missed on every bust. I said DK Metcalf for my first one. He had 37.4. I had Cooper Kupp, who got 15.9. That was like 3 over his projection. So, decent. I guess it was still a miss, but a closer one. And then Jordan Love, who had 24 and beat the Chiefs.
Okay. So, I'll get into mine. I had Jaden Reed. It's my first sleeper. He went ahead and put up 5.6 after he'd been averaging like 18 for the past like 4 weeks before that. But moving on to Curtis Samuel, he had a midweek at 10.5. Wasn't going to ruin your week if you were already starting Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, honestly. I don't know. Some people might have picked him up thinking he was going to start going off.
I guess.
No.
And then my third pick was Jalen Warren or Najee Harris, who So Jalen Warren put up 6.5, not good. He was actually my flex. And Najee Harris put up 9.7, which is mid.
But again, if you're starting one of them, you're in that bad enough position already. It probably didn't affect you that bad.
Yeah.
So, mid.
Moving on to my bus, Joe Mixon went off, which, bad pick. I figured he'd just be trash. I thought I'd get away with it. And then this pick, I said Tank Dell, which I was right in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because he got severely injured.
Out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
There goes.
Okay.
There goes my fantasy.
And then my last pick, I want to go ahead and say I led with Tyler Lockett as my main pick for this, who went ahead and put up 9.7, which is mid.
It's like when he's
Decent for
averaging.
him, but
Yeah.
average for him, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then I ended that pick with saying that DK Metcalf would also get locked up by the Cowboys D, and he put up 37.4.
I still can't believe that, honestly.
Yeah.
He's never had and never, again, will have a game like that. So
He had one like that, like, last season around the same time.
Yeah, I was
not
gonna
with
say
that,
maybe.
Not with that much.
He had, like,
He had 2 touchdowns that game, I think, right? We'll go back and
he
check.
had more yards,
but
I think, actually, that other game.
it's funny when
He
you
didn't have that
realize
many
you
yards, actually.
have
It was mostly touchdowns.
a top 3 wide receiver. If he was with a crazy quarterback and you use him, he's good.
Mhm.
I think if DK was on a team with like one of the best quarterbacks in the league, he'd easily be top 3 or 5 in the league.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, he's extremely athletic.
He's
Good part of it.
he doesn't put up the stats to show it, but we've never seen a receiver like him, honestly, in my opinion. Like we've
I'm
seen
trying to
really
think of, like, a
big
really
receivers,
good-
we've never seen a receiver like
If
that.
we're talking, like, physical, like, strength.
If you're just
Probably
talking
none.
a physical human, then no.
Yeah.
We've never seen someone
I
that
think-
big chase someone down. We've never seen someone
Yeah.
catch a slant and knock someone over.
I was
We're talking about
running,
physicals.
like-
The only thing I can think of is, like, Megatron.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Megatron's
I-
like the only
yeah.
one that comes close.
I was thinking Megatron as well, and
But he isn't
He's-
as tall as
yeah,
Megatron.
he's not as-
Which is they're entirely different players. They're, the one thing they have is they're really muscular. and
I
they
feel like
can
he's
fight.
the modern day, he's the modern day version though, just without the stats and
Yeah.
the quarterback to prove it. So
That's a good. That's a
I would
good
love
point.
to see him move teams, and I'd be down to trade CD for him and some other stuff. Honestly,
Really?
yeah.
I would say CD.
If
is
we were getting enough
twice
back,
the receiver.
if we could get a trade for Kenneth Walker and DK and trade like CD and
well, that
something,
wouldn't happen.
if we could trade CD and a first round pick easily,
Oh yeah,
I would
they
take,
would take
that
it
all day.
I don't know. It's gonna be a late first, so you might have to account for that. But
Yeah.
Kenneth
It's not a bad trade.
Walker, I
I'm
mean,
gonna-
running
I'm
back,
gonna make that later.
running
now.
back values aren't like super high. Keep in mind, but
His
DK's is gonna be pretty.
DK's
considered
gonna be
pretty
nice.
high.
It already
I mean,
should be. It's just because
probably-
it's quarterback. That's it.
Probably. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know what his contract situation is. I don't follow
It's not
that.
bad.
Well, I meant just like how many years he has left on his
Oh.
deal.
I'm pretty
Because
sure he's
If
running
he's
out.
if
like
he's
1 or 2.
expiring,
I
then
think
his
it's
value
2 or
is
something.
lower.
I think it is.
I think
I
it's
think he
2.
signed an extension like last year or something like that, but it was a short extension.
Yeah.
That was everything, right? We can
Yeah.
move in
And
week
then
14.
for next week's sleepers and busts, week 14, I have Tony Pollard and Brandon Cooks, Dallas running back and wide receiver versus Eagles. I feel like CD is the primary mission to stop this game, and if we can realize that, and Dak will, if he plays how he has been the past 7 weeks, then he'll realize that we need to use our other weapons this game, and
Okay.
that's what will happen.
That's fair.
And I have Noah Brown coming off of injury versus the Jets. I'm blanking on his name again. The other receiver. Nico Collins is going
Yeah.
to be getting guarded by Sauce, I would imagine. If not, then that's the stupidest defensive play calling I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So start Noah Brown.
Really weird.
And then for my busts, I have Jamar Chase, Bengals receiver versus Colts. He went off last night. I'm testing my luck. I have Kyle Pitts, Falcons wide receiver versus the Bucks. I think the Bucks are coming for the playoffs and to lead the division, and they're going to smack them. And then I have Justin Herbert versus Denver. I think, like I already said, he's pretty mid, and Denver needs to get their hot streak going again. Who's next?
Okay, I'll go ahead and do mine. So my first sleeper is Adam Thielen. He had 20.4 against the Saints in Week 3. I think this is his comeback week, even against a pretty good secondary. So I'm gonna say that he isn't gonna be anything crazy, but he'll be back to where he was at average-wise, like
Yeah.
15 to 17. Next up, I had Cortland Sutton. I think the Cowboys, or not the Cowboys, I'm sorry. the Broncos. I don't know where I got that from. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So, I think the Broncos are going to go ahead and like torch that Chargers defense, which has been really lackluster secondary wise all season.
Ever since they lost their cornerback, the team fell apart. So I agree.
So yeah, I think he was going to be good anyway, but I think he's going to go above and beyond what he's expected. So that's why I went with him. And then I said Rashee Rice. It's going to be a shootout between the Chiefs and Bills this week. Yeah, so I'm going to say as is. Yeah. That's
my take. Bet on overtime.
Like, as his main target, receiver-wise, well, not main target, but as a receiver, he's a second option for receptions. So, I think
a lot of yards.
I think he's a rookie, so pretty good. Nothing like insane, but he'll be startable.
That's right.
He'll be good.
Bus, I have Justin Jefferson. I don't think that anybody should jump the gun if they have like significant, like anybody that you would expect to like put up like 13 plus this week. I wouldn't bench for Justin Jefferson this week. I think especially with that horrific performance by Josh Dobbs 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it was just one of those games. I feel like
I feel like balls to the defense.
There's going to be some sort of just weird, disgusting connection between Dobbs and Jefferson for some reason. It just seems like that kind of situation.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like he might just abuse having that kind of receiver on his team.
Okay. Is that all 3 years?
Oh, no, I have 2 more. CJ Stroud is my second one, I think, without his lead receiver against the good defense, the Jets. I think he'll be a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nothing like insane, but if you have a better quarterback to start that week, I would go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And then my last pick is Deontay Johnson or George Pickens. Mitch Trubisky is the starting quarterback for
I'm not betting on that game,
right? I don't really know. And there's absolutely no offensive coaching on that team.
That's fair.
It's a free for all there, to be honest. That was my last pick.
I just want to
probably backfire on me too.
Yeah, but pointing this out, if you can get done in 1 minute, if you can get through the game picks in 10, I was perfect on timing.
Yeah.
4:09. So let's do that.
Okay.
All right. My sleepers, I had Mixon coming off of a big week. I had already picked him before, but gives me more of a reason to pick him. You know, Joe's out. We'll see what happens. My second, I had Jordan Addison. Vikings second in NFC North. He's been solid all year. They played the Raiders, whose defense is not that great. Then you're looking at Jordan Love. Came off of a big win with the Chiefs, against the Chiefs. Green Bay looking to make potential noise come playoff time, and they're playing the Giants. My busts, I had Travis Etienne. Jags have looked solid, but the defensive core of the Browns is looking pretty amazing. That I had A.J. Brown. You know, they're going up against the Cowboys, and they just want to they just want to confirm their spot. The Cowboys need to win, and that's going to be a tough game for him. And then my final one, Tyler Lockett, hasn't looked that great all year, hasn't really been anything special, and they're playing the Niners.
He's been on one like every other week, I think. Tyler Lockett. He just catches strays from the podcast.
Like genuinely, I think if I had him on my like bust, I've had him on sleepers like once or twice. Yeah. But mostly in just weeks where I didn't expect DK to do much against a league corner.
My quick one-sentence comment on the AJ one and the Cowboys in general, if we don't win this week, our season's over. That's my take. If we lose one game for the playoffs, if we don't have home field advantage in the playoffs, I'm not going to have any hopes, honestly.
Yeah.
That's
I really won't, because I haven't seen anything my whole life that I've been a fan of us not having home field and the playoffs being combined, you know?
I don't think the Eagles are winning that game, honestly.
I don't either, but we'll see.
Yeah, especially
at
home. I have the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So let's get into that.
Okay.
Perfect transition, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so starting off on Thursday Night Football, the Patriots are playing Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Mitch Trubisky versus Bailey Zappi.
I'm expecting a 5-3 final score.
I got the Steelers winning 13-7.
Okay, that's actually probably
we don't do
very
scores,
realistic.
but
I just said 5-3.
I have to get
cash. And then moving on to morning slate
Going
on
on sick,
Sunday.
buddy. We all have to pick one. Pick a team. Who's winning, buddy?
Oh, my bad. I thought I said the Steelers already.
No. What do you got?
Between Pats and Steelers?
Yeah.
I'll take the Pats.
I hope so, to be honest.
So we got
You guys
Steelers,
really-
you got Pats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on to morning slate on Sunday, the Bucks are playing the Falcons in Atlanta. I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Okay, good. Bucks are taking the division.
I don't know. I got a feeling about the Falcons.
They've been
Okay.
on a weird streak.
They have been on a weird streak.
They're
They
so
haven't looked that
goodly
bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got a weird
The
feeling
Bucks
on that
should
one.
win this game.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Next game is the Lions and the Bears. I'm going with the Lions. I'm not going to say by a gazillion points because they
Me neither.
lost to the Packers.
Yeah, I'm going
Next
Lions by barely nothing.
Yeah.
Reminded me.
I'll go Lions by like a touchdown or two.
Yeah.
Like, are the Packers like good? Like, I don't know how to feel.
I feel like the Packers, if they retain their core, they'll be good the next few years.
Okay.
Yeah, they will be. If Jordan Love can stay consistent,
Yeah,
because
Love
he was
really
bad
solid.
for-
He's
he
been
was
great.
bad for a stretch. Now he's
Yeah.
getting back.
The Colts are playing the Bengals. I'm going to go with the Bengals after that pretty good performance from Browning.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the
Mixon
Bengals.
looked like he finally
Yeah, I was
remembered
gonna
how to
say.
play football.
I was trying to think of running backs. I think sleeper for this week is Zach Moss, but
He
also
played bad last week.
Mhm.
Sleeper this week.
Yeah.
Last week. But I got Bengals still.
Okay. The Jaguars are playing the Browns. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars coming back because I
no
mean,
T-Law.
Yeah.
oh, I forgot about that. Dude, that's gonna be a horrible game on offense. I didn't even.
I'm
think
taking the
about that.
Browns because
I'm
the
gonna
Browns
go with the
defense
Browns
against
in
a
quick-
backup.
quick
I'm
13 to
taking
10
the
game.
Browns on that.
And Jerome Ford sleeper. 5 sleepers this week.
I don't know. I trust Joe Flacco. I'm gonna say it's not gonna be that close.
I can't name you the Jags backup though.
I can't either.
It's not Bortles anymore.
Bortles is actually solid in his prime. That's what I'll go ahead and say. The Panthers are playing the Saints in New Orleans. I'm going with the Saints.
Me too.
With-
Chad Henne still.
Are you sure?
And Nick Foles. And
That's old. That's
okay,
not.
this is old. I was like, what
Nick
the
Foles
hell?
is out of the league.
I was gonna say what? I read it and I was like,
I'm
wait.
gonna take the Saints that game.
CJ Beathard.
Yeah, that's
Jesus Christ, they're screwed. Who's that?
it. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I'm going the Saints.
Okay. Moving on to the another weird backup. The Jets and the Texans in New York. I don't know who's going to start that game. I'm assuming it's Brett Rypien
I hope.
because Zach Wilson said he's reluctant to start.
Yeah, Zach Wilson doesn't want to play football. He literally does
I
not
don't
want
know
to
why
play
he's
football.
acting like that when he can't get traded. There's no.
Well, he's not going to go anywhere anyway.
Exactly.
I think he just
Can't.
doesn't want to start just so he can get hated on a bench again.
Zach Wilson is the Ben Simmons of the NFL.
Ben Simmons was better.
Yeah,
at
Ben Simmons was
basketball
like an
than Zach
all-star.
was. Yeah.
I'm saying reluctance to play.
Okay, I'm just gonna say Brett Rypien isn't that bad. I watched him at Boise State. He was pretty solid, and he was good with the Jets or the Broncos. He
Yeah.
played. That's what it was.
He
He,
did,
played
yeah.
the Jets on Monday Night Football, or it might have been Thursday Night Football, and it was like a really weird game.
Yeah. Yeah, Texans for sure.
Yeah, I think Brett Rypien
Texans.
started the game a few weeks ago with the Rams, but got cut.
I think so.
Um,
Something like that.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Texans as well.
It could easily be an upset though. But
Yeah, definitely
Good.
possible. Speaking of the Rams are playing the Ravens in Baltimore. I'm going with the Ravens.
Ravens.
No question.
Up next, we got the Vikings playing the Raiders in Las Vegas. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Dobbs to Jefferson is gonna be nasty that game.
Yeah,
Dobbs
I
defense
got
is gonna be nasty. This
I got a good feeling
I have
about
a
that
weird
one.
feeling about that.
I'm gonna take the Vikings on that.
Okay. The Seahawks are playing the Niners again. I'm going with the Niners.
Yeah. by a
Niners,
lot.
no
By quite a
question.
And that's gonna really prove the difference between them and the other NFC teams.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's fair.
by the way,
Um,
Niners are on a 5-game bird team run. I just want to point that out, as stupid as it is.
And they play the Cardinals next week.
Seahawks, Eagles, Seahawks, Cardinals, Ravens. I thought it was funny. So
Okay.
I saw that earlier.
Moving on to the Bills and the Chiefs in
That's a good
at Arrowhead. That's definitely going to have an effect. I don't know how big of an effect because I'm still going that they're going to go to OT and it'll be a close game the whole time. I'm going to go with the Bills.
I'm taking the Bills too on that. I feel like Josh Allen wants to have a big week, and I
Josh
think
Allen's
that's the week to do
That's
it.
such a hard pick, honestly. I want to say the Bills, but I'm going with the Chiefs.
Okay.
because I feel
Fair.
like Mahomes.
You need to bounce back at
Mahomes
some
can't
point,
lose 2
right?
weeks in a row, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before
that's
the playoffs, it's in
Yeah,
December.
that's actually important.
like him.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess they're facing some. If they lose this week, and I don't know who they play in the next 3
They're
weeks,
still leading the division, so it
but
doesn't
I
matter,
mean, they're
but-
not that.
Mhm.
The Broncos aren't that far out.
Well,
if you
the
really
Chiefs
think about it.
have 9 wins, so I feel like they're gonna make the playoffs regardless.
Yeah.
But they want the number one.
Yeah,
It's,
they want
it's
the
tied
seeding,
between
they
the
want bye
Ravens,
week.
Dolphins, and Chiefs right now.
Dude, the Ravens could really benefit from a bye week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
so
really help them. Moving on to the Broncos and the Chargers. I'm gonna go with Broncos.
Me too.
Broncos
The Chargers are bad.
Yeah, they really suck.
reroute the coaching.
Trade Eckler. Just get rid of
They should have
Eckler.
traded him before the season. He's
I
not
know.
even good anymore.
He was insane last season. Though. There's no
Yeah.
way I would have traded him. So
Well, they would have got good value out of the Bears.
he looked
That's
like he
who
could have
their
been
main
RB.
Mhm.
He looked like he could have been the best running back besides McCaffrey after last year, though.
I
in
don't
my
know.
opinion.
There's just something I've always felt about Eckler. I've never thought he's anything special. Like,
Because he's bald.
you know, he's almost bald. CMC. Have you seen,
Sure,
have you
pretty
seen his
much.
head?
Yeah.
He should just go bald. It would go hard, actually.
No.
It would look
His
tough.
fade is clean.
Trust me.
No. Okay.
Moving on to Sunday night football. The Eagles and the Cowboys at.
Cowboys need this, so.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Home game. They
I
need it.
need
I'm
it.
going with the Cowboys as well. And then moving on to Monday night doubleheader.
So
The
annoying.
Titans are playing the Dolphins. I'm going with the Dolphins.
Dolphins. No
By a
question.
mile.
Good Derrick Henry game again, but Dolphins.
Hopefully
Yeah.
we see another 70 game.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. I think it could happen, honestly.
I think Tyreek wants that record sooner
Yeah,
than
Tyreek's
later.
Yeah.
gonna go crazy
Good.
last
You could
few
see a
weeks.
crazy like
In
200
the
yard game or
fantasy
something.
Yeah, I was
playoffs,
gonna
Tyreek's gonna go crazy.
Dude, I hope he doesn't. I really can't endure that in the championship.
I don't want to
game.
think about it. Move on. I'm stressing now.
Yeah. Okay, and then the
supposed to be
last
my year.
game of the week is the Packers and the Giants on Monday Night Football.
Packers torch fest.
I'm not going to say torch.
I
I
say
think it'll be
torch.
fairly close.
I say
Jordan
21
Love,
point win at least.
masterclass.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. So that was the picks of the week.
Right. So that just about wraps it up. Let us know if you guys like Parker, and we will
Yeah.
see you next week.